What happened?
Enemy UAV overhead.
Man, I was getting all that stuff right there. I used to get so mad on this game if I had a good weapon or something and then somebody got me. And Fortnite especially. If you have good loot and you're playing squads or something and somebody gets you and you just got like that best best thing.
Enemy UAV active. Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy soldier incoming. You're losing ground.
Oh, okay. It's a full-time one. Oh, okay. It's okay. You don't have to. I probably won't use it. Nuh-uh.
Severe weather is moving
Y'all,
into the
Nicole
area.
is from the
Visibility
UK,
will be low.
and they call sodas, which I call sodas
Hostile
pops,
UAV in the area.
where I'm from. I mean, I think I've lived here long
Enemy
enough that
UAV
now I'll say
overhead.
I want a
Enemy
soda or
UAV
something, which I
active.
don't drink a lot of soda. I do 0 sugar. But
Hostile
in the
UAV
UK,
in the
they
area.
call them fizzy drinks. And they call sweaters jumpers. So when the girls, like Celine and Nicole, they're from the UK, so when they come in, if I'm wearing like a sweater or something, they'll be like, "Oh, Kat, I love your jumper. I love that jumper." And like for a minute, I was like, "This is like in my mind, a jumper is like a full
close air. Target marked.
one piece."
Longbow 3-1 on approach.
Not
Strike
so
inbound.
with Okay, how did I do? Oh, I got him with that. Let's go.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So yeah,
Good effect on
there's
target.
fizzy
Hostiles
drink.
dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Target down. Marching the rest of them.
Another one is beans for breakfast. That's
Hostile UAV
Connor
in the
too.
area.
Connor especially. Thank you, King. Thanks for hanging out. We call them juice. Okay. So what's fizzy drink? Is that like an actual thing? My church has a church in UK, in Manchester.
Enemy UAV active.
It's called The Ramp. And so we send people over there all the time, and then they come back, and like my previous pastor moved over there with his wife and family, and one of the administrators
Hostile
at the
UAV
church,
in the
he
area.
just came back from
Fire
like
sale
a
is
year over
active.
there.
Buy station
And
prices are
so
adjusted.
different ones will come and visit from the UK, like when we have conferences and stuff. Like we're having Summer at 3 right now, and so people are here from the UK. People came last time, they get baptized, like it's amazing. And she had posted some of the candies that they have there, and it was like this pink and white gummy. It was like kind of long.
Enemy
I forgot the
UAV
name
active.
of it, but she had brought her some from the UK,
Enemy
and I was
UAV
like,
overhead.
"Oh, I want y'all to send me like a
Watch your six.
candy
Resurgence
package."
window is ending.
Okay, I don't eat candy right now, but I would take pictures with it and save it
Hostile
until I
UAV
was
in
able
the
to have a
area.
little treat.
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
Bonjour, Madou. How are you? Hey, Frank. No, I thought he was coming in that side.
Gas inbound.
Oh,
Get
just
ready.
make me a
You're
candy
redeploying.
package. Let's go. I mean, I don't think you'd show up on my doorstep one day.
25
Yes.
remaining.
I still never got a P.O. box for a cat in my lap. How much does a P.O. box cost? Does anybody know? I haven't ever went to do anything like that. I went to the post office the other day and I was like,
Enemy UAV active.
am I supposed to get me a post office box? Because I didn't even know I had a mailbox. Y'all, I just recently moved and I didn't know that I had a mailbox. I was like, I need to get mail somehow. And this was like a day that I had paid bills. I was paying one bill. I think that day I was going to go pay a bill.
Resurgence is no longer active.
And so when I went to, I had just had to get my license too. It's $37. I had to get a new license. I had to pay $15, which Ben paid for that. But I had to pay $15 to get a copy of a birth certificate. And at this point, I'm going to the post office to see if I could get some mail somehow because they were going to send me a new license. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to buy a P.O. box and stuff. I don't know. And I didn't even know how much something like that costs. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go to the post office. I'm like, can I get some mail or something? She's like, well, you'll have to put a mailbox out. So I'm thinking, I'm going to have to buy a mailbox. And then thankfully, and this is another thing too, I knew I needed to get my yard mowed.
Enemy
I don't have a
UAV
lawnmower.
overhead.
So I was like, oh. So that day I was thinking of those two things, having to get a mailbox and get my yard mowed. The next day, y'all, it was awesome. I come home, I have mailbox. It was just down the street.
Yeah,
I lived like at a dead end or whatever. And I was so crazy. Oh my gosh. I saw the mailbox, I'm like, yes. And I go home.
Enemy UAV active.
I get up. Oh, y'all call it the yard garden. Okay, that's nice. So the next day, me and Brody sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden I hear a weed eater outside. My neighbor come to mow my yard, y'all. I didn't have to be worried about a thing. Jesus took care of me. Thank
Hostile
you, Lord.
UAV in the area.
So the UK, they call the yard, I mow my yard, they call it the garden. Ooh, garden sounds fancy. I saw a lady one day,
Enemy
she
UAV
said,
overhead.
from over there, she said, I'm just sitting in my hot tub in my garden. And I thought, she said her hot tub is a garden? Because here, when I think of garden, I think of this like, well, let me tell you, in the South, garden can mean huge field of tomatoes, potatoes, squash, okra. I mean, just you name it. Corn, blackberries, strawberries, peaches, lettuce, cabbage. You name it. There could be a plethora of things out there. But when I think of sitting in my hot tub in my garden, I think of roses and a maze and statues and fountains. Like, that's what I think of.
Only
So
10 on
now
that.
I understand that that just simply means my yard. Yeah, chilling in the garden. And I was like, bro, I'm picturing like Alice in Wonderland maze and all this stuff. That's what I'm thinking. But no, she just simply meant her yard. So she could have meant garden though too. She really could have. Uh-oh. Y'all, I got 25 and a pistol. And I got drill charge. I don't even have ammo right now. Maybe I can get this. Somehow I managed to get all of this stuff. There is a guy out there fighting somewhere. He's going ham out there, chat. Me and him's got good position. God bless you.
Your squad is in the top 5. Let's get it done. Gas is closing in.
Didn't see me coming, did ya?
Well, he knows. He knows we're here.
Death will have to wait.
I think I'm gonna take his ice up. I don't know, this thing waves around in the air like it just don't, I'm telling you. This thing is like this. The mobility on it. 3 people left. Wow, I didn't even get a single register. What is this? Okay, that must be something that